true horror stories. Born in the dark corners of India, now haunting the screens of the USA. Like, share, and don't forget to subscribe.
In part 1 of The Basement, you saw that Priya moved to a new city and a new house for her job, but she started experiencing some strange occurrences there. Sometimes the doorbell would ring, sometimes the windows would open on their own, and sometimes there would be a knock. Priya suddenly woke up in the middle of the night and felt like someone was knocking right outside her room, which made her anxious. And before you watch the rest of the story, please make sure to subscribe to this channel. To ensure you consistently receive notifications for newly uploaded videos, subscribing is essential. I frequently post new content, making a subscription quite necessary. Thanks, friends. Now let's continue with the rest of the story. Contrary to what I had anticipated, there was absolutely no one outside. The house remained precisely as I had left it before. My pizza plate was still sitting there on the table. Absolutely nothing was out of place, and then there was that unsettling sound emanating from the door. Subsequent to that, the knocking on the wall. What exactly was all of that? My heart was now pounding rapidly, and the hammer was firmly ready in my hand. If there was trouble, I might have smashed his head. What is happening? I was absolutely terrified, so I immediately picked up the phone and called my mother to inform her about everything.
Is this the first occasion that my daughter has been separated from her mother? It is your brand new residence, and minor issues are inevitably going to occur. She returns after accomplishing so many tasks, she must be exhausted. Try not to overthink it. Make sure the door is thoroughly checked for security and then proceed to rest. Have a pleasant night.
Good night, Mom. I consistently felt wonderful after conversing with my mother. She consistently speaks with such immense love that my mind becomes serene, and I am able to sleep peacefully.
The next day, I was a bit late returning from work. It was around 9 p.m. I reached home. As soon as I made an attempt to enter the house, I started experiencing something quite peculiar. I'm unsure how to put that feeling into words. There was something unique about that house.
I am experiencing a somewhat peculiar presence. Nothing will happen. Let me finish some of my tasks. I still need to take out those items. I brought the container and placed it on the floor to organize my belongings in the closet.
What is this?
I was quite surprised to discover a door situated at one end there. My landlord has never mentioned anything about this. Where exactly does it lead to? Is there anything from this particular item? I have it in my possession once more. I stood in front of that particular door for approximately 5 minutes, gathering the necessary courage to venture inside. Oh, but it is extraordinarily dark inside. Even though I was unable to see anyone downstairs, I couldn't comprehend what was happening in my mind, yet I began descending.
My heart was sinking with overwhelming fear. My legs felt completely frozen, yet I made the decision to proceed downward.
I can't understand why those stairs just wouldn't end. I have just arrived. Why would someone have built a shallow basement? That is not the situation. I was standing there, profoundly absorbed in contemplation. Then, quite unexpectedly, what I witnessed. I was stunned and couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. What? A young child with their hands placed upon their face. Why were those hands covering the face?
Who precisely is Baba?
Who exactly are you? By what means did you gain access to my finances? I am fully prepared to offer my assistance to you. She began to move in his direction without uttering a refusal. Hesitantly. Then suddenly he withdrew his hand. Upon observing her face, I was truly taken aback.
Her eyes were completely absent, just vacant sockets as though someone had meticulously removed them. I continued to gaze at her intently.
Then she very loudly. The noise was incredibly loud and absolutely terrifying, causing me to halt whatever I was doing, dispatch my phone with my message. My heart was pounding so hard it felt like my chest would burst. Light was coming from the direction of the door above.
Then I began sprinting. I dashed as swiftly as I was able. I desperately wanted to escape from that location. I was making my way towards the staircase, and all of a sudden, directly in front of me, that door began creaking and shrieking wildly.
Please help me get out of here. Suddenly, while I was shouting loudly, I felt as though someone was approaching me. At this moment, there was no sound coming from my wife. Quietly, I continued to stand there amidst the darkness. It genuinely appeared as though someone was softly caressing my foot with an extraordinarily cold hand. I was extremely frightened. I lost consciousness and collapsed because of the overwhelming fear. I don't know how long I remained unconscious there. Upon opening my eyes, I came to the realization that I was actually lying right there. I did it that same day. Whoever it might have been, they were standing right there. I meticulously observed my foot. A certain individual had devoured my entire leg. I could clearly see the bones within my leg, and I was experiencing a significant amount of pain. Then it began to occur. Upon hearing the sound of my voice, he turned his attention towards me once more. He was steadily approaching me. I lost consciousness once again, collapsing downwards towards my feet. Then I am uncertain about the number of days I remained lying there. Then when I regained consciousness, I found myself in a medical facility. Both of my legs were wrapped in bandages. Perhaps my mother was actively searching for me. She was standing just outside. I inquired if she had observed anything there. I was experiencing considerable pain. I explained everything to them while crying, but I don't think they genuinely believed me. I persistently awaken each and every single day, screaming. I experience recurring dreams about him.
Whenever I close my eyes to blink, he suddenly materializes. I am presently residing with my mother. I generally do not share my personal story with anyone. I am feeling apprehensive that perhaps they might. Friends, how did you find Priya's story Basement? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please share in the comments.